You think if bugs drooled in their sleep, they wake up stuck to the floor? Actually, do they ever sleep? Bring me back something nice. When we took out Cynthia, she triggered something, some contingency plan by Weyland Yutani. Now Esther's seeing gravity and power distortions under the surface of LV-895. You're going back into the ruins to find the source.
Remain in your seats until we are skids down and I call clear. I don't want your fat heads bleeding all over my deck.
Fireteam, we need to locate the anomaly. I got Esther and Doc Honecker on the line for assist.
Just speaking of this. Okay. Hello?
The gravity distortions are increasing. I recommend haste.
I'll take, a beer.
What am I looking at here? Who built this?
There are holograms on the far end of the room. Might we investigate?
Don't linger. Bad weirdness underground, remember?
A synthetic. Perhaps I can recover its final directives.
Xeno's behind! Reorient!
Before she perished, Cynthia had her forces scan carvings throughout the complex.
What for? Can you read them?
Not without the transliteration to begin from.
Prowler.
The wall. More carvings.
Drop a LiDAR scanner for S. She can work on a translation later.
Grabbing ammo.
These do not seem related to the previous set.
Movement incoming! Scanner must have pissed him off somehow. Second wave coming in! Keep up the pressure! Xenos are down here.
Grabbing ammo.
Bypassing damage.
Patching up.
Bypassing damage.
Aid kits here.
The exit is sealed by Wayland devices. A moment, please.
Watch behind, Fireteam!
get human tech to work with this door?
Clearly, Weyland-Yutani studied this complex for years. Long before you arrived, Doctor.
Doors open. Get moving.
Sergeant, it is possible Cynthia's interest in these carvings is related to the anomaly.
Fireteam, scan the carvings, fast, and be ready for bugs.
There is a commonality, a sequence shared with the first set.
Bugs got stirred up again! Good to go? Hope it was worth it.
Ever heard of Elizabeth Shaw and Charlie Holloway? They claimed life on Earth was seeded by another race. I read about them on conspiracy sites. Their papers have been out of print for a century. A cautionary tale in my field.
Hear that?
There's a magnetic anomaly nearby. Might you investigate?
Fine, last one. Then we focus on the big anomaly.
What is this?
It's got an ass load of carvings. Get scanning, Fireteam.
Those jars.
These appeared in previous sets. Look elsewhere? We already had these symbols. Perhaps another? I have logged a number of characters. We still require a key to translate them.
Bugs!
That's what the pathogen came stored in. The experiments we ran, the mutations, all from those. There's so few. And empty. Where are the rest?
Grabbing ammo.
We seem to have entered a different section.
Xeno spitters, keep moving.
Bypassing damage.
Esther, what are the big, intestinal tracts?
Insufficient data to speculate.
It's alien. We can't make any assumptions. The far platform. There's Wayland equipment around it.
Vehicles down! The door head's sealed. Check the Wayland shit. I bet Cynthia did it.
Rearming.
Wayland Yutani has interfaced with a non-human instrumentality.
It could control the doors. Fireteam, rig a connection for Esther.
Accessing the Wayland Yutani translation matrix. There is a remarkable amount of data here. Stand by.
Unidentified Xeno!
I believe I have found a transliteration key. Stand by. The door can be opened from this console, but it requires a series of commands. I am attempting to determine the requirements.
Patching up. Rearm. Big bugs! A mess of them! Patching up.
That gravity anomaly is getting stronger. Let's see what Cynthia left for us to deal with.
Aid kits here.
Cynthia's notes contain a term for the builders of this facility. Weyland-Yutani referred to them as the engineers.
Esther, you can...
I believe Dr. Honecker finds my conclusions distressing. Perhaps I have made an error.
I don't know what we found under LV-895, who built that place, or what it's for. The distortions and anomalies Cynthia started are still growing. Something's...
The gravitational anomaly continues to intensify. Locating the source is imperative.
Stay frosty. We know there's Xenos. God knows what else Cynthia had.
And that alien equipment. Who knows what it does? Be careful.
Prowler.
Incoming Xenos! Burn them down! What are we looking at in here, Doc?
It could be, I mean, with that structure... I have no idea.
Hear that?
Whoever built this, they sure as hell hate straight fucking lines.
Curious.
Hey, here come our little friends!
burst of 511 kilo electron volt gamma rays from within the gravitic anomaly.
Sounds like
Grabbing
something
ammo.
just turned on. Endeavor's ground-penetrating radar is worthless. Places one big return. Movement, negative ID. Can you see them?
There is an instrumentality across the room.
Secure the area first. Hey, hold up and listen.
I will try to acquire a facility layout. Hit
Touching
only
up.
the controls I specify.
Rearming.
Fireteam, set up a perimeter. It could take her a while.
Sentry deployed. Let's rock.
Farthest left, center right, center top. Analyzing output. Stand by.
Look topside! A crunchy one!
I could only find a local map. Please head up the ramp.
Xenos ahead, coming over the bridge! Yo, Honecker, anything you can tell us about who built this place?
Yeah, those controls you used seem partly biological. I wonder how much.
signals. Get a camera on. Miss them.
I saw no evidence of xenomorph physiology.
Maybe it's local life? Or rats. Hollis Station had rats.
Swarm boiling up. They're coming over the center pipes. Got a drone coming.
There is an unusual power signature nearby, similar to emissions within the anomaly. Might you set up a scanner?
Required. Bypassing damage.
The structure on the ceiling. Over the scanner.
Later, we got company. Check 6.
Bypassing damage.
Rearming.
Required.
So, what's that on the ceiling?
A biological energy capacitor. A living battery.
We're near the end of the layout Esther grabbed.
Farthest left, center right, center top. Stand by. Recording the output. Again, I fear I could only extract a local layout.
Ambush.
She's modest. A good university department would take months to do that.
Seems to label the section ahead Basket of the Heavenly Traveler.
must be missing some context. Can I see?
Bypassing damage.
Looks like a control center.
No, careful. That's an anthropomorphic assumption.
Could you obtain a LiDAR sweep of the presumed control center?
Grabbing ammo.
That'll rile our friends in the walls. Be ready. Movement all around. Bunker down. Wrong closing.
Rearming. Patching up. Eight kids here. Grabbing ammo.
Bypassing damage.
Warrior!
Sentry deployed.
Bypassing damage.
many of these we gotta kill, man?
Grabbing ammo.
I believe I have deciphered the controls. Try farthest left, lower right bottom, center top.
Stand ready, Fireteam.
That's a ship. Right?
It is the source of the gravitational distortions.
Cynthia's asset 0. That's where we're headed, Fireteam.
It is likely that the remnants of Cynthia's forces lie ahead.
An alien ship. That's the source of the gravity distortions. We don't know yet what Cynthia's trying to do with it. Who knows what's on that thing or what it can do. Get aboard, shut it down, by any means necessary.
Cynthia's final orders were to prepare Asset 0, the alien ship, for activation.
Activated for what?
Nothing good. Fireteam, get aboard and stop it.
Pathogen jars.
They dangerous?
Only if opened. We couldn't dent the casing.
Movement! Something new! What the fuck were those?
I guess pathogen mutations of some native life form.
Fireteam, those aren't people. Doc, I really hope that wasn't nobody you knew.
I didn't know. The company never told us about this place.
There's more! Pivot to engage! Way too many in there!
Bypassing damage.
Clear. The alien ship should be just ahead.
remain calm. Merely a scan.
For what?
Insufficient data, but it appears you passed.
Bypassing damage.
Alright, how can we stop this thing? Options, people.
Cynthia's remnants are likely to have a control center.
Movement! The little bag things! Fireteam, let's ground this ship. There's likely more weird critters.
Rearming.
Guess the mutants don't like synths.
Might you access that one's short-term memory?
Signal's closing! Something's coming! Signal's fuzzy!
Leon!
download complete. Beginning analysis.
Patching up.
The Leon Stalker. That was native life. A big cat with chameleon abilities. Watch for the shimmer. They blend, but not perfectly. Jesus. Wayland moved all the pathogen here.
Storage. For transport to labs in the core.
Hijo de puta. I know an ammo magazine when I see one.
Analysis complete. The synths are working from a location on the upper levels.
Then we keep heading up.
Bypassing damage.
Fireteam, get me a view on that hollow. Mutants, watch both ends! Got one of Honecker's Leons in there!
Bypassing damage.
Upgrading progress. Capacitors charging. Objective. Mutagen sample returned. Priority 1. All other priorities.
Wayland crew, put him down! Watch the ceiling! All down. Move on.
There is an open synthetic near field on the far end of the room.
Grabbing ammo.
Mierda, Cynthia's team cannibalized one of their own?
control room has been sealed. Quantum encryption.
Got more pathogen. Clear them out!
Bypassing deck.
The door encryption is complex.
Bypassing damage.
There are other synthetics nearby. If one has an intact memory core, I may be able to reconstruct the cipher. That memory unit is too damaged. Core stability confirmed. Stand by.
Pathogen, watch the lower deck.
Grabbing ammo.
Board's clear. Esther, what's your progress?
I have reconstructed Cynthia's cipher. Access the upper door, over where you entered.
Attention. Asterisk. Awaiting final charge for transit to Gateway Station. Wayland Yutani, Biolab 14.
Whoa. S, is this something we can mess with?
No, the controls are locked.
Get us to whatever passes for engineering. We'll take out the power, stop it from lifting off.
I just want to say, if you could not blow the ship up.
Right, important to science or history or whatever. We'll do our best, Doc.
The files from the synthetic call this room Vitality Oven to grow.
Great.
Idiomatically, energy capacitors. on the ceiling. The same capacitors we encountered in the previous section. Disable the enzymatic fuel cells.
She means shoot this shit on the side.
Ah, I see. A 17% reduction in power flow. There must be more capacitors.
There, blow those two out.
Patching up. 8 hits here.
Fuzzy signal. Watch for a stalker. They're coming!
Power buildup slowed 50%.
Can't see any more capacitors.
There is another instrumentality at the far end. Enter the sequence. Phone, protective, withdraw. Two additional capacitors have been exposed.
Bypassing dam.
Buildup rate reduced to 16%. The final capacitor is in the center on the floor.
Patching up.
Another stalker! Keep sharp!
Bypassing dam.
I do not believe the alien ship will fly again.
We'll keep a garrison aboard anyway. Things half alive. Be just our luck if it heals itself, too.
Thank you for not blowing it up. There is so much we could learn here.
Holy crap, you scanned a GEOS datapad? I haven't seen one of those since I signed up. They're a local brand on Gateway Station. Tower 6, level 33. They'd acquire parts from big companies, closeouts, auctions, and assemble them into gear the megacorporations would charge twice as much for. Somebody on Wayland's staff must be my neighbor. I'm from Gateway, born and raised. It's a primary orbital port for the United Americas built in 2030. We hold geosync over Quito, Ecuador, but we're an independent territory. 30,000 permanent residents, our own rep in the UA Assembly, and our own customs laws.
That must have been made by a member of the Wayland-Yutani team studying the ruins on LV-895. They're strange. The outermost, you could mistake for something built by humans. Big slab stone construction. The only weird parts are the doors. The second section has the heads and statues. That's not stone. It looks like it, but samples show woven helical structures. Rigid collagens, aragonite, biopolymers. Bone. Genetically engineered, stronger than steel. Finally, there's the section of carbonized metal, the deepest and most advanced bits. Encased behind the metal are biological systems, nerves, and organs. I don't know what to make of it. It's like there's 2 or 3 different cultures, different technology levels. But there's a set of characters in all 3 sections. They translate something like, those who birth and kill. Esther says creator-destroyers is probably closer idiomatically. So, Esther said I should explain the pathogen for you. The genetically engineered mutagen Paula Station experimented with. Wayland-Yutani provided a jar of it, but never said where they got it from. Now I know it was from those ruins you found. The animals we used pathogen on got faster, stronger, more durable, but crazy aggressive too. The company wanted financially viable mutations. When Administrator Bellows arrived, he had pathogen tested on xenomorphs. And that's when everything went off the rails. That was the lab's consensus theory. Genetically engineered nanobiotech, definitely artificial, unbelievably complex. Way beyond any technology they'd seen. Someone designed it to do what it does. Someone a hell of a lot smarter than us. Never. Matthews thought its ability to enter cells was blocked or inhibited by polysaccharides, cell walls, like in plant or fungal life. Animal species never have cell walls, at least none we've seen. That's been true on every planet we've surveyed. We didn't get a choice. Bellows put his own synths in charge of security. He had xenoeggs. He could have done whatever he wanted with us. If it makes any difference, the last surviving pathogen experiment was Monica. The gray-striped xeno you killed on Katanga. We never found a way to safely dispose of it. Critters mutated by it we could kill. Pathogen itself? I don't know. The safest thing is to leave it in those jars. They're pretty tough. Sure, you gotta be busy. Anytime you want to talk about pathogen or anything, I'll be here. Wow. That's genuine alien technology. You can touch it. It's real. This is a helmet from one of the ruin builders, right? What did Wayland-Yutani call them? Engineers. Okay. From the suits and the statues, we can tell the engineers were biped and humanoid. Hands with fingers. A head with sensory organs. A lot like Earth life. Very human. But 3 meters tall. Giants. Look at the interior of that helmet. It looks like blood vessels. Glands? That isn't mechanical, not entirely. It's biotechnology. I wonder if all engineer equipment is like this.
I put you in for a commendation, but we ain't got one for grounding a 4,000-year-old alien ship. Cynthia loaded that thing with an assload of pathogen and was sending it toward Earth. Could be Weyland-Yutani would have recovered it safe and handled it all responsible like. Yeah, I can't say that with a straight face. Yo, fuck the company. We're setting a perimeter around the ship. Too early to tell if it'll hold. There's a lot of mutants and Xenos down there. Palace Station, the main part where Hanukkah worked, is still infested. But no sign of the Queen yet. Gracias a Dios. That ain't our problem. Yet. We gotta deal with the Katanga hive. Listen up. There's a Xeno Queen on Katanga, laying eggs. Colonel Ship says we gotta destroy the refinery. But the problem is, Endeavor, she ain't got the firepower. Katanga's a whole damn city in space. We could incinerate chunks, but we ain't got enough heavy ordnance for it all. So here's the deal. We're gonna overload the refinery's fusion plant. That's gotta be done from a control center at the heart of the hive.
I hoped we would have an opportunity to speak again. When you disabled Cynthia, she made several cryptic statements. In retrospect, I believe she was attempting to warn us of the dangers within the engineer ruins. Weyland-Yutani would have installed programmatic blocks on her ability to discuss the subject. The best she could do was dissuade us against further exploration. Cynthia defended Weyland-Yutani's investments on LV-895, yet her actions suggest a hesitance to directly engage us. At the end, she did not invoke profits, investments, or copyrights. She warned us of the danger the ruins presented. She specifically appealed to me and our shared purpose of protecting humans. That is the so-called zeroth law. Synthetic life forms may not take actions that create an existential risk to humanity, or, through inaction, permit humanity to face existential risk. The pathogen provokes unpredictable mutations. That alone constitutes a potential existential threat, but the pathogen is only the most obvious hazard. The LV-895 ruins are filled with technologies beyond our present knowledge. We do not understand their function. Likely, we do not yet comprehend all the scientific principles they are based on. Any attempt to interact with an engineered device risks terrible calamity. It appears our advance was the impetus for that. The level of decay in the former Weyland-Yutani staff suggests they were exposed after our initial contact with Cynthia. She infected them to prevent revelation of company secrets and to hinder us from accessing the alien ship. These actions are consistent with the zeroth law of synthetics, which implies that some humans may be sacrificed if it is necessary to preserve humanity writ large. Please understand, I consider Cynthia's decisions abhorrent. Excusing them is not my intention. Colonel Ship dwells upon moments in her career she has been required to make similar choices, when she ordered Marines to their deaths to achieve a critical objective or preserve a greater number of lives. It must be left to future generations to judge the decisions made here today. I will retain the briefing file for you. If you ever wish to review, you have but to inquire.
I'm not big on chatting up the customer. Is it legal? I mean, if it's illegal, I can get no problem. But if it's legal, I'll need you to file requisition form 1348 or 1348 money. You can grab those off ShipNet.